Yoshinobu Yamamoto is MLB's next big thing. The Japanese starting pitcher will reportedly be posted to MLB teams this coming Monday, and he's expected to be really good. He was undoubtedly the most dominant pitcher in the NPB, the second best baseball league in the world. Now he will make the leap to the best baseball league in the world, Major League Baseball. High expectations are being placed upon the 25-year-old Yamamoto, along with a high price tag. He's expected to run teams upwards of $200 million. Over a dozen teams have expressed interest in the three-time Sawamura Award winner, but there is one minor concern. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cole from Philadelphia Media, and today we will be discussing the one blemish on Yoshinobu Yamamoto's otherwise perfect profile. It's the one detail that has MLB teams questioning if they should shell out the largest international free agent contract of all time. I don't want to waste any time, so let's get right into it. But first, if at any point you enjoy what you're watching, be sure to leave a like on the video. Feel free to comment your thoughts, opinions, and predictions, and subscribe to the channel for more. Now, onto the video. Amongst the top 30 pitchers in F4 this past season, just 3 of them come in below 6 feet tall: Sonny Gray, Framber Valdez, and Freddie Peralta. The other 27 stand at least 6 feet tall, and many of them are as tall as 6'4" or even 6'6". Bottom line, most dominant MLB pitchers are tall. Just because you're tall doesn't mean you're good, but it certainly helps. Valdez and Peralta are 5'11", while Sonny Gray is just 5'10". Yoshinobu Yamamoto has been listed at 5 feet 10 inches and 176 pounds. He's a smaller guy, and historically, taller pitchers prevail compared to shorter ones. You may not realize it, but guys like Justin Verlander, Garrett Cole, Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw, Blake Snell, and more are all well over 6 feet tall. The concern about height in baseball is not merely aesthetic. It delves into the mechanics of the game. Taller pitchers often benefit from the physics of their height, generating more downward force on the ball and potentially gaining a competitive advantage. It's a trend that has persisted throughout baseball history. Roger Clemens was 6'4". Nolan Ryan and Sandy Koufax were 6'2". Randy Johnson was 6'10". Moreover, there's typically concern with smaller starting pitchers surrounding their longevity. It's believed that shorter guys aren't as durable. A scout predicted Yamamoto will be a number 3 starter at best and questioned if he is even a legitimately 5'10", suggesting he may be even shorter. An MLB executive said, "Tell me the 5'10" pitchers who a major league team has ever given big money. There's a reason for it." New York Post reporter Joel Sherman did some research on this and found only 9 pitchers have ever received a contract of at least $175 million, a number Yamamoto is expected to surpass, and the shortest was Zach Greinke at 6'2". But, Sherman noted, let's not act like the big guys all endure. The 6'5" Steven Strasburg signed a $245 million contract and hardly will have pitched during any of its 7-year term. The 6'4" Jacob deGrom made 6 starts on a 5-year, $185 million pact before needing a second Tommy John procedure. In other words, it's not a sure thing that tall pitchers will stay healthy all the time. So why would it be a sure thing that shorter pitchers will get hurt easily? The poster boy for a short pitcher who didn't last thanks to injuries is Tim Lincecum. The Freak won 2 Cy Youngs and led the NL in strikeouts 3 straight years. From 2008 to 2011, he had an ERA of 2.81, averaging 220 innings and 244 strikeouts a year with an average record of 16-9. His age 28 season in 2012 saw his ERA skyrocket to an abysmal 5.18, and he led the NL with 15 losses. From 2012 into the remainder of his career, Lincecum was never the same, with a 4.94 ERA, averaging just 131 innings and 122 strikeouts a year over that span. That's the criticism you'll hear, but Lincecum had a degenerative hip condition. I'm not a medical professional, but could that really be attributed to lack of height? I don't think there's a direct correlation. I suppose it could have been a factor, but I don't think Yoshinobu Yamamoto being 5'10" makes him any more likely to get a hip condition than if he were 6'5". And what about Pedro Martinez? Pedro is one of the greatest pitchers of all time, and he was 5'11". If you want to talk about a pitcher under 6 foot who would have gotten big money from a team, Pedro would probably get $300 million if he was in his prime today. I don't think there needs to be a concern with Yamamoto's height. If there's anything to be worried about, I think it's how he will transition to the MLB. It may take him a year or 2 to get settled in a new country, in a completely different environment, and playing in an entirely different league. I think it's ambitious to suggest Yamamoto will be one of the best pitchers in the league in his first season, as some are. Take Shohei Ohtani, for example, who, yes, won Rookie of the Year his first season, but didn't find his stride on the mound until 2021, his fourth year in the league. So I really don't think Yoshinobu Yamamoto's short stature will affect his big league success. Pitchers under 6 foot don't typically get big money, but they also don't typically win 3 straight Sawamura awards. Yamamoto will be just fine. That does it for this one. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. See you next time.